What's up, everyone? Just here with the new deck. I'm back from vacation. I worked on this when I could on vacation. I probably went through about 12 different Nero ideas for this deck. I went ranging from True Power to Hey Nico to trying a more Devil Breaker build, and then I kept scrapping ideas, kept working on it. Those of you that follow me on Twitter have probably seen a couple of my ideas come to fruition, but none have been very consistent until I came up with this idea. And it happened probably Thursday night at about midnight when it just hit in my head that, you can do this super aggro Nero deck similar to the deck that I made the top 100 with a couple seasons ago. It's super aggro. It goes hard. I wanted to do something different. Everybody's playing True Power. Everybody's, you're seeing a splash of Hey Nico there. I wanted to bring back Devil Breaker, and I wanted to bring back the aggression. So here it is. Let's take a look at the deck. I call it Rush Breaker for obvious reasons. It's going to be a combination of Rush and Agility just to get heavy, quick damage. First card is Research Subject. It's an older card from Haunted by Memories, but it gives 1 attack, and at Memory 2 gives an additional 2, so you can get 3. I run that at 3. A new card, Saratobo Sasuke. Very good Rush card. The only downside is the HP, but he's good for a quick hit. After dealing damage to an enemy hero, deal 2 damage to a random enemy unit. That's great early game. If they have 1 unit on board, you can jump on, get some chip damage on them, and using the Rush ability. Bringing back Overdrive Ostrich. He has Rush, and at Memory 2 he gains +1/+1, so he becomes a 3/7. Fury. He does Rush. He has Rush, he's a 4/2, and he explores on Agility with Death, and that comes into play later. Looking back at Agility, it's an old Explore card, gives +1/+1 and Agility to a friendly unit. I run him at 3. I only want run BB Hood because I want to run 3 of the next card, but she has Rush, and she deals 4 split damage amongst units. It's a quick burn to get a chip and a hit. I run 3 Valstrex. Yeah, I mean, Valstrex is almost untouchable. Well, he's not untouchable. He's very manageable now, but he's also very good for super aggro. He has Flight, Rush, and Agility, and he's a 2/5. I run 3 Wall Jump just for shields for protection. 2 Disarms, inflict the seals. I run 3 Feline for MP boost, and with Devil Breaker they can help out. I'm running 2 Yin Cuckoos, just for the agility at a 2/5 agility. Good little body there. Now this one's a little controversial. You can run other cards in its place, but I run Lightning Flash because it gives agility, and at Memory 2 it gives a +1/+1. You could run more shields in that spot. I've been having some success with Lightning Flash, just the extra agility if I don't have a Fury on the board. Heavenly Kicks Chun-Li, we all know what she does. Agility and combo, plus with Devil Breaker she becomes a 5/6 for a huge hit. And another seal on Ultra Lady Karen, agility and Ascend, +2/+2 inflict seal. So that's the deck. It's very quick, it's very fast paced, it's drop and go. It's a little bit less thinking and a little more just, hey, let me just keep dropping. You can take my units, but I'm going to drop more and I'm going to rush you with it. So that's the deck. Let's take a look over at the sideboard real quick and we'll go from there. Okay, here's kind of a little bit of a sideboard I put together for this deck. If you want to be a little bit more damage oriented, you could always use Chain of Fists. Molsters really helps because you can move the rush units around in the lane if you can get that little Molly out there. Because when he's played, it swaps board slots with another random friendly unit. Very good to swap around your heavier hitters. True Faith gives +2 attack. State of Nothingness, it gives a friendly unit +1 attack for each action you use. You're not going to probably use more than 10 actions in this deck, so you can get a +10 at endgame. Liberating Slash always can come into play, deals 9 damage to a unit and gives 9 life to that hero controlling that unit. Rescuer's Bold to pull Valstrex or one of your beaters off the field for that. Inborn Powers, it moves a friendly unit to a random board, gives that +1/+1, and at Memory 2 you get an additional 1 MP. Riding the Giant Weapon could go good in this deck because you're going to have times where there's an attack that's +4 or more, and so you can get 3 HP +1/+1. Colonel's a good unit to put in. He has Rush, a little bit more health. Not really a good unit, but he's a substitute unit. Guy, the same thing. He's got a little bit more body than some of the units, so he can do some extra damage, stay alive a little longer. 7th Airborne unit gives a friendly unit with Rush +1/+2 in flight. The original Overdrive Ostrich can drop in here as well. Yoshimoto is just a heavier unit for Crush. Crush is very good. You can get a 5/7 without getting any damage to yourself on attack. Colonel is also really good because it gives all the units on the field rush when they drop, and you get 1 attack to all the units on the field. Blade Shattering defense is always good. 3 HP and a shield if you have memory too. Kuyaku is good as well. When explored, he gains agility, so you get extra cards. You can use him instead of Fury if you want. Killer Bee Strike Cami, if you want to run a little bit more of the actions in this deck, you could always put her in, because Killer Bee Strike Cami is very good on drop. And Itsuki, again, if you want something with Crush, she's probably the perfect option for this deck. She comes with 4/8 with Heavy Piercing Crush, which is very good. So that's a kind of idea of the sideboard. Again, these sideboards interchange. You can change out units here and there, change out actions here and there. It all looks good. It looks fun. So let's go take a look at some games, shall we? Alright, this first game is against Raging Demon. It's the elephant in the room. It's a black deck. They're very strong right now. So let's go. Again, right off the bat, let's start off dropping. Quick 4 damage. Yes, I'm probably going to lose him, but I'm going to take a unit with me. Drop for some MP. Let's go, Feline. This could be bad, but so I drop another Feline to block in the lane. And then I drop Fury to get more damage. And yes, I'm going to take a huge hit here, but I'm also going to hit huge back. And I'm going to shield him, but again here, I use the +1/+1 so he does 5 damage instead of just the 4. Get a little extra hero damage there. And yes, this is where it could become a problem. This deck is sitting and waiting. As you see, I'm just dropping and going, and I'm going to seal that gate right away. Fine, we're going to exchange. That's cool with me. He has a Raging Demon. So again, I probably don't want to drop my Ostrich quickly, or, you know, I could do some exchange here. So I do the exchange. I lose BB Hood, but I get that Alexia off the board. And now I have 2 Overdrive Ostriches, 2 buff ups, agility, and I have a Kareen if I need it. And so I'm going to buff up. So I get my Overdrive Ostrich to a 6/7, and I'm going to use Devil Breaker. I'm hoping to end the game. But he's going to block, but then I'm going to hit. I'm going to buff up. So now I have a 12/7 on the board, and he's going to use Cruel Game. That's fine. I have more units in hand. I could drop Valstrex for the win. I could drop Overdrive Ostrich for the win, and I'm just going to drop Valstrex in for the win there. And that's how you get aggressive quickly with this deck. So let's take a look at the next game. A bad editing again by me. Thanatos, he's playing True Power. Another good Nero deck this set. The new growth cards have been ridiculously good. Again, I have a rush card in hand to start, so I'm going aggro to start. I'm going to make him work. And now it's just responding. I'm going to put some shields up. Extra damage. I know they're getting shielded. So we're just going to go with it. I'm just going to try to run the board as quick as I can. And I dropped Sasuke there because I know I can shield him. And he double shields, but here's where the agility came into play. Could have I used a different card? Yes, totally. A different agility card would have been better in this situation. But he's going to remove my Fury, which gives me another agility, so I can survive this hit and deal a finishing blow. And so now he's just got the 2/5 on board. And I'm just going to save up for my Valstrexes. And this board looks bad for me. 2 4/5s and a 2/5. And I'm going to go with it with Valstrex. I hit the Devil Breaker a little late. But that's okay. At the last second I realized, hey, by the way, I could seal the wife on the bottom, and then both of those growth units become a 2/5 again. So that's how I'm going to live through this. So I wait a little bit, charge it up, get the seal. I should have sealed him a lot earlier. It would have saved me a lot of pain. But I'm going to hit out and win this before it's over, before he can do anything else. So that's that game. Now it's against Shieldspire. A lot of people are running Shieldspire again, especially because of the red burn damage deck. Shieldspire really helps with that. Again, good starting hand. I just straight up start off with Sasuke and force him to make a decision to drop and block or just keep going. And that Sasuke, the second Sasuke, really helped. And this is where I'm going to go full aggro. I don't know why he's not blocking that bottom lane, but I'm going to shield my Sasuke again. He gives me some good chip damage, so I don't want him to put anything in front. And as you can see, that our Mika is just kind of getting out of there. He drops a Kami, so I'm going to go for this elimination hit. He's going to seal, but I still have Devil Breaker. So I use Devil Breaker, and I remove his side of the board. I've used enough actions to keep going in with Overdrive Ostrich, and he's just going to surrender because there's nothing else he can do at this point. And now a Devil Trigger. Devil Trigger is making a little bit of a comeback with this new purple growth. Like I said in a couple of videos ago, when I play purple growth, it's making a comeback, and this new aggro 4s is definitely making a comeback, and the suicide growth, or the suicide agility, is making a huge comeback as well. So as you can see, he's buffing up, and he's burning his own HP because he has Devil Breaker. Devil Trigger. He's good, but that Sasuke helps me chip out. I'm gonna seal right away. I don't care how buff she gets. I'm gonna seal because I know I can exchange here between Fury and stuff. So I remove another threat. There's another threat on the board. He's just full of threats. So I'm going to try to end it with Overdrive Ostrich. That's at least my plan. But he Devil Triggers at just the right time. He was just literally waiting for my drop. And it could be bad for me going forward, but the Devil Trigger runs off before he can do anything. And that's the game. Again, aggro is the key. And again, Sweet Seduction, which is Temptation, Morgan. I need this skin. Somebody please give me this skin. But again, a good opening hand of just rush cards and agility and MP. So I'm just waiting it out to see what deck he is. And he's a Rezo one, a big Rezo. So I'm going to seal that right off the bat. I don't know why he used Flight there, maybe for the extra HP. But this gives me the chance to drop Sasuke. And here's where things get interesting. I decide to shield Valstrex because I know the timing's going to be just about right for me to hit, if I can hit Devil Breaker. So I was hoping he would drop an extra card just to give me that action. And I hit Devil Breaker. And that literally puts him in a situation where my Valstrex is going to win that exchange. Well, not win the exchange, but get huge damage, and I can drop Overdrive Ostrich for the exchange. So I'm not going to do a hand section because these hands are very easy. You get a rush card, you get an agility card, you play it, and you play it out. This deck is super aggro. So that's the deck, guys. Let me know what you think. Again, it's not probably a meta deck. It's a kind of a good counter to today's meta if you can get the right start and get aggro early. So yeah, that's it, guys. Take care. Thank you for joining me for another video. I'll have one coming out probably Saturday morning again. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm looking at Jill, or I'm looking at another type of Amaterasu deck. So let me know. I'll let you guys go, and you guys have a good one. Take care.